Today on Coach's Corner, we're on location at the Oso Creek Golf Course in the city of Mission Viejo, where we feature the Women of Will program as 70-plus high school golfers compete. WOW is about empowering its coaches and athletes on what matters most, changing lives and inspiring the next generation of women to strive for greatness. On the show today, Coach Jonathan Wiemann from Mission Viejo High School. Plus, we highlight a number of lady golfers and hear from Emmy Walton of Under Armour, Women of Will, and BSN Sports. A loaded show today. I'm Paul Higgins. This is Coach's Corner, and all the action starts right now. Well, the setting can't really get any better than this. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Coach's Corner. Coach, an amazing day for an amazing cause. And you know what's really wild? It's been cloudy until right this now. Second.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this is it. This is why we're here, and we really appreciate you being here to take a look at one of the things we do that we think is a really good thing.
You know, when I lived around the corner over by Marguerite and Alicia at one time, this was called Casa del Sol Golf Course, right? So it's been a while, but what an amazing place this is. Yes. How did you decide on having a tournament here, first of all?
Well, a lot of that came with the group that we're serving right now. This community of golfers, junior varsity golfers, they're really the developmental part of our programs that we're all going to have. So I thought, you know what, they don't get these opportunities to play at the country clubs and, and play in varsity tournaments. So the idea for this was born, and it just happened to coincide with a program that Under Armour runs called the Women of Will.
Right.
And so you put those two together, and we've done a little, some tinkering with it. Now we just dub it the WOW.
Yeah.
And so here we are again, year 5, and the tournament keeps evolving and keeps changing. Now we're really trying to make awareness of, cancer in our society, in particular those issues that relate to women.
Right. So, well, let's get into that, the WOW, the WOW factor of all of this, because it is an amazing cause. And I think everybody knows somebody that's been touched by cancer, unfortunately. Your thoughts about the program, and if you can dive deep into it and tell us really what this is all about.
It kind of has a bunch of messages all kind of rolled into one, but the idea was to serve a community that doesn't have a whole lot for it, and by providing a tournament for players that are just at the beginning of their playing careers. And at the same time, I thought the unique message we could send to females about the idea of early prevention and making sure you're getting your checkups and the unique health cares that women have. Right. So you started mixing those two together, and we've had such great support here from Oso Creek. This is a beautiful setting. Yeah. The city's done a wonderful job of making it nice and building some amenities here that you might not know even were here. Right. With the atrium and then the restaurant and the creek shop and the grill. Yeah. So we also serve a little showcasing for the city and Oso Creek Golf. And it lets others from the outside see what they're doing here.
Right. I know the feedback that you've gotten over the last 5 years has probably been incredible. Does anything stand out when you talk to the girls or you talk to their parents about this program? I mean, it is happening during school hours, and that's something it's good for the girls. They get out of class a little bit, but they're used to that.
Yeah.
What kind of feedback have you gotten directly from the girls?
The girls hate it and love it because it's early in the morning.
It is.
And it's cold.
Yeah.
And, and then they're going to be, what's so funny about, I know all of my kids, excellent students. Yeah. And missing a day of school is very stressful for them. So to have to put both of them together is, it's a challenge for them.
But it's a great cause.
But it's a great cause, and they buy into that. And I've had some great help from my parents this year. With getting all the different things and getting hats and making a nice grab bag for all the girls that come here so that in the future they want to come back.
Right.
That's pretty much, the message is that, but it's also that these girls have to meet other girls to play with. Yeah. So this is what golf is down the road. You might have a job with a company, You might need to entertain a client, and that's going to take place on a golf course, and this will lower the anxiety for that girl in that situation in the future.
That is a great point, and you mentioned the social aspect of it because you've mixed up the teams a little bit.
Yes,
and
I have.
You even told me that there's a number of golfers that just started playing golf in August at the beginning of the school year, and this could be a lifelong passion for them.
It could ignite.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're hoping, like, this is what golf is.
Yeah.
And so when you have that, we're thinking this might be the takeoff point, and these are going to be the girls that could have fill out your roster on varsity in the future.
You've been at Mission Viejo High School for 31 years.
Yes.
We've talked about that prior to the show. And you have really given up a lot of your time for this event. You're passionate about it. Mm-hmm. Why?
It just seemed to me that I was put in the right place to have the right effect on other kids' lives. That's why I became a teacher in the first place. But it's also the fact that I am passionate about the sport. I play the sport. I love to practice the sport. And so I'm hoping maybe some of that rubs off on the kids, but also the fact that, this is something that you and your family can do together.
Right.
You're going to grow older. Other sports, as we know, sometimes can be a little dangerous, and this one is not. And you can also travel and do this.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big component. I know my dad and I were like that. We traveled all over the place to play, and I loved it.
That's a great bond to have, no doubt. The girls that are playing today, we talked about them. You decided that, hey, let's have the JV girls, the girls that just started golf. Mm-hmm. The varsity girls probably wouldn't mind playing here. This is a fun course, right?
They try to sneak in.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. So the future of this event, will it continue here or will you bring it other places? So tell me what your thoughts are. I know you're working with the company as well.
Right. It'll always be here at this venue for the reason that we can have a very large discrepancy between the better golfers and golfers that are just getting started. Gotcha. This course lends itself to that. I mean, take a look out here.
Yeah.
It's just a great spot. The holes are not always so long, and there's not always so much trouble out there.
Yeah.
And so they can get through the course in 2.5, or 9 holes, 2.5 hours. But the 18 holes should happen in about 4.5 hours.
Is it a par 3? Mostly?
Not all par 3s.
Okay.
There's, let me see, 6 par 4s.
There is 6 par 4s. Okay. It's been a while since I've been here.
Yeah, and
when the last time I covered somebody here, it was actually back in like 1987, 88 with Bob Johnson and his son Brett Johnson. They were playing golf, and I was doing a golf segment here.
That's fantastic. And I know Rob,
Yeah.
He's a member at the country club for many years,
Yeah.
and that's where my varsity team is, and he can play a little bit.
Yeah. Your number one goal with the girls when you teach them how to play golf, and I was joking to you, I said, I'm ambidextrous, and I don't know if I'm a left-handed golfer or a right-handed golfer. When you find a young lady, and I know we talked about this when we had you on the show prior, how do you know if this sport of golf fits them? And then how do you kind of usher that in?
A lot of that is just kind of being around the girls, and when it's spring with the boys. And that is kind of finding out what their personality is, because there are certain personalities that don't lend themselves to this sport.
Right.
You have to realize it's golf.
Yeah.
Stuff happens.
Yeah.
And so I get to know the girls, and at the same time, kind of, you can't put that much pressure on yourself. It's not going to be good for you or your love for this game. So kind of treat golf and the fact that it's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
Let's go have some fun.
So it's almost like a class in anger management.
It really is. Frustration, depression, the whole thing.
How do you approach the game of golf? You played here yesterday.
Yes, I came out and scouted the course to see if we needed to make any special rulings. And I was out with my assistant, and we talk about the game. And we talk about swings, and we talk about how to best get yourself around the course and what are the important things. So I love to practice. Practice is something I like to do. I find it very therapeutic, to go hit a bucket of balls. And then you have to put it all together to see if you're getting any better by, pushing yourself in a tournament or a match.
You are in very good shape. Is it because of golf, or is it?
It is. I walk.
Yeah.
And
I say that as a compliment and to learn a little bit more, because some people, as they get older, it's a little more difficult. But you walk the course.
I do, and I even walk the other one, which is a lot more challenging. By the time I get done with that, I'm spent.
Yeah.
But it's really because of my time. I can't get up at early in the morning and go do the gym anymore.
Right.
I have so many things going on in my life and with this sport as well. So I find that if I can mesh the two together, get my steps in, and get to play my favorite sport, things are going to be a lot better.
Your thoughts about your overall goal? I know we talked briefly in the beginning. If you were to say 3 things about this tournament, about what the cause is, what kind of pops into your mind if you can reiterate that again?
I'm getting to that point now in my golf coaching career where I'm starting to see some of the girls come back, maybe have starting families of their own. And I'm hoping that years from now, maybe we have schools from Los Angeles and Riverside County, and they'll see Mission Viejo golf and they'll say, I played in the Women of Will. And maybe they were touched by cancer in their lives and their families, and just appreciate the fact that they had a chance to play in this tournament. And
they probably get it in their head like, I need to get checked too.
I hope so. I mean, that is the message for sure.
Yeah, and I don't do a very good job of that because I haven't done that. It's crazy. But there's no mistake that this is held in October. Am I correct about that?
Yeah, and that's the reason.
Yeah.
That is primarily the reason, because it coincides with Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but also the fact that it takes a little bit of time in teaching when these girls come to you that have no experience at all, might not even have their own golf clubs. I have multiple sets donated to the school. It takes them about 2.5, 3 months to get to the point where they can get around and keep up the pace of play and have fun.
I know it's stating the obvious, but Women of Will, what does the will aspect of Women of Will stand for in the sense of what the cause is?
Okay. The idea here for the Women of Will was that if you participate in sports, you will learn some of life's most important lessons, and that is to persevere, to battle through. The easiest way, or I said the best way is not always the easiest way. If you want something, it's going to be a little challenging. That's why you want it.
Yeah. Fantastic. I know I'm going to get an opportunity to talk to some of the girls out there on the course. If you were me and you were going to go out there and do an interview, what would be 1 or 2 of the questions that you would ask the young ladies?
Well, first off, how's your day going?
How's your day going? That's a good one. Breaking the ice.
Exactly. Well, for me, because we have new heat restrictions and rules, although today is absolutely beautiful. Are you drinking enough water?
Okay.
How's everything going there? And how you playing?
Okay, so with that, how is the competitive level in this tournament from what you've seen?
Yeah, there are some good golfers here.
Okay.
And they're young, but they're also very good, and they can get around this course very well. So I think the winning score is usually around par.
Okay.
And I think we'll probably have that, and the winning team score, probably be 20 over par, somewhere in there.
And then do you see this in another 5 years that you'll have the first winner come back for like a 10th year anniversary?
That would be a dream of mine. Today we were lucky. The superintendent of Saddleback Valley Schools was out here as our honorary starter. First time we've added that. And that's mentorship right there at its finest. This woman has a family, has children, and is the superintendent of one of the larger school districts in Orange County. So to have her come out and say a few words as a golfer and as a woman really was a very powerful deal today.
What a great cause, a spectacular cause, great leadership. I know that you contacted me over a month ago about this. It was on my radar. Almost thought it was last weekend. I almost showed up last week. But I want to thank you for inviting me and our crew here and to have us be part of this special event, the Women of Will. We're going to go out and, of course, talk to some players and get a grasp for what's going on. Again, we have information for you about Women of Will. We encourage you to look at it yourself. And, of course, next year, if you want to come, and because people can come and watch, too.
It's only golf. High school golf is crazy. It's the only sport, you've had kids, parents. You watch all their games. This is one you can't. So this is really their only chance to see their kid play.
It's amazing.
So all my parents are out here watching, and it's really a great thing.
Thank you so much. And congratulations on all that you do.
Appreciate it, and thank you for doing it.
All right, when we come back, we'll have more of Coach's Corner right here at the Oso Creek Golf Course with Women of Will and guys just like this who make it all happen.
Thank you.
That was awesome. Up next, more of Coach's Corner. And when we come back to Oso Creek Golf Course, we hit the links and talk to the players competing in this very meaningful tournament, as some compete on this level for the very first time, while others have a little more experience. Either way, it's an awesome event. You're watching Coach's Corner. I'm Paul Higgins, and we'll be right back. It's the best youth broadcasting workshop and camp of its kind. The YTN is now accepting reservations for upcoming workshops and summer broadcasting camps. Don't wait. Reserve your spot now. Email us your contact information to info@theytn.org. Receive real broadcast experience that includes play-by-play, analyst, sideline reporter, studio host, and more.
The YTN broadcast camp was really fun. It was probably one of the funnest camps I've done all summer.
The YTN broadcast camp. Reserve your spot now. This is Piper Kirkowitz. She's a freshman at Mission Viejo High School, just started playing golf. So what do you think about golf so far?
I really like it. I really like playing with new people, and the game's just so fun in general.
And you told me that you're also playing with your dad every now and then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
what made you pick golf?
Well, my dad really likes golf, and I just really like to play with him, so I thought it'd be fun to do it in high school.
Tell me your thoughts about this tournament, Women of Will. What do you know about it besides what coaches told you, and your thoughts about playing today?
I think it's really cool to play, and yeah, it's just a fun way to kind of spread awareness, I guess.
No doubt, right? So do you think that you'll take golf to another level, your sophomore, junior? Are you going to continue to play golf?
Yeah, I think so.
What is the best thing that you like about this? I mean, you can't get a better setting, right? It's beautiful, right? But what is it for you that you enjoy about golf?
Well, I really like playing with new people, and it's just really fun to just
get out and play.
Yeah.
If you have one message to other girls out there about Women of Will, what would you say? Like when you go to school tomorrow and you say, where were you yesterday? And you say, well, I played in this tournament called Women of Will. What would you tell them?
Well, I would tell them it's really fun and it's worth a shot, even if you think, oh, like playing in a tournament is scary. It's really fun.
Good luck the rest of the day.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for spending time with us. All right. So what's great about this tournament is the girls get to play girls from other schools and actually get to meet them on the course, and they might have never met before. Kendra and Kylie, have you guys ever met before you came here today?
No.
And it's
First
funny,
time.
you're both juniors,
Yes.
right? So your thoughts about this tournament and Women of Will, what do you know about it?
I know that it's supporting Breast Cancer Awareness Month and that it's a good JV tournament to where you can meet other girls around you from different schools.
Your thoughts, you told me that you were dancing for 12 years, is that right?
Yes.
And now that you're playing golf, what do you enjoy most about golf?
Just coming out, being in the sun and the nature and hanging out with friends.
Yeah, your thoughts about this tournament. I know you guys don't get a chance to play in tournaments like this very often. What are your thoughts about it?
It's nice to come out and play 18 holes every once in a while. It's nice to meet new people, and yeah, it's fun.
What about Women of Will? I know the message is pretty strong. It is October, it's Cancer Awareness Month. Does it kind of get instilled into you now, like, hey, cancer is an issue, and I'm a young girl, but it's never too early to get checked or never too early to be aware of it? What is your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I'd say it definitely gives you awareness on the topic and lets us know that it's never too early to
What is your takeaway from this event?
I think it's something that it's really moving and it's something I always have to be thinking about, that it's not just situational, where it's like it can happen to anyone and it's not just at random.
Well, you guys did a great job. I know some gopher took your ball.
Yeah,
We're going to find that ball. We're going to find that ball. But good luck, and thanks for participating in the event today. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
All right, good job. So Victoria, you just told me this is your first year playing golf.
Yes.
You were a tennis player. What made you switch?
I've played golf with my dad kind of sporadically, but then I thought it would just I think I'd like I like playing it more than I like tennis. So.
Did you play tennis very much with him at all?
No.
No, okay, yeah. So golf brings you guys together.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, we were talking about earlier in the show, and your thoughts about this tournament, Women of Will. What do you know about it, and what do you think is important about the tournament?
Well, I think it's in contribution to breast cancer
Yeah,
awareness.
exactly, yeah. Yep.
Well, I think that's definitely important for people to be wear that and supportive of it, and it's just a good tournament overall because it's making a lot of friendships, meeting a lot of new people. So
I think that's a big thing about golf, and I'm sure that when you get in conversations with your dad probably when you play.
Oh yeah.
Your thoughts about playing with girls that you've never met before, what about the camaraderie there? Do you cheer each other on or are you competing?
I think there's a little bit of both. I think it's healthy competition, but also making like friendships at the same time.
So since you've just started playing, what is your best part of golf? Is it teeing off? Is it putting? What is it for you?
For me,
Yeah.
probably teeing off, I'd
Okay.
say. Yeah.
How mentally challenging is this sport? Do you find it different than tennis?
Oh, I think it's a lot different because tennis is a lot quicker pace than golf is. It's a lot more take your time, kind of. You have a lot more time to think about things. I think it can be mentally challenging, but you find it a lot quicker, I think.
Isn't it funny? You're playing a sport that the ball sits there,
Yeah.
where in tennis, that ball was going back and forth.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes, yeah.
If you were to recommend another young lady, I mean, you're a junior, so you switch sports, but if you were to recommend to somebody to play golf and to enter a tournament on this caliber, why? Why would you say that?
I think that mainly it's just about like the friendships that you make through golf, and it's something that a lot of people say they carry with them the rest of their lives. So I think it's a sport you can take with you for a long time.
Yeah, and I'm sure the Stallions are stoked to have you. Are you going to play your senior year?
I think I will, yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck the rest of the day.
Thank you so much.
Good job. See, that was a piece of cake. So, Carolyn, you play for a really good golf team, Santa Margarita, right? So you're a junior playing in this tournament. Tell me about your thoughts about the tournament and how you're playing.
I really like the environment. I like meeting all the other girls at the different schools and getting to see how they play. I think it's a really great experience, and just having fun in this great weather and being outdoors. I think just like empowering women, especially girls golf, is not very popular, and I think just helping us do our best and making it a more known sport for girls.
Right, and I know that's super competitive in the Trinity League and what you do, but at this tournament, do you find it as competitive, or is it a little bit more friendliness and with the spirit of competition?
Yeah, I think definitely more friendliness in this. It's more about meeting the other girls at the other schools and being able to like make a community with them and have fun.
So why did you select golf, or did golf select you?
It was kind of during quarantine. It was kind of the only thing open at the time, and I just really liked being outdoors. It was off my phone for like 4 hours, so I think it's just helped me mentally, and yeah, it's just a fun sport for me.
And I know that Women of Will also bring in awareness to cancer, and it seems like everybody at some point gets touched by cancer, somebody they know, or maybe they get it themselves. Your thoughts about the awareness and what the tournament's doing with that?
I think it's very important. A lot of women, especially breast cancer, is definitely important, and my grandma had breast cancer, but luckily she survived.
Good.
So yeah, it definitely is a global issue.
And your thoughts about your game? Is it the long game, the short game? What do you like best about your game?
Right now, my short game is pretty good. My long game, a little tough right now, but I'm working on it, so yeah.
We've talked to the other girls about this. This sport is not only physically challenging, but I find it more mentally challenging.
Yeah.
What about you?
Definitely way more mentally, every hole, you have to think.
So if you hit a bad shot, how do you not think about that when you hit the ball the next time? How do you just push that behind you?
Me personally, I just forget everything. I try to think of a song or something, or look around, kind of look at the environment and appreciate it, and then when it's time to hit the ball, just focus again.
So if you were to refer somebody to golf or advise them to play golf, maybe it's a freshman at SM, maybe it's somebody coming in, maybe it's an existing junior that's never played, why should they play golf?
Just for the community. I think it's a really great community. You're outdoors, and it's really good for your thinking and focus, and it's just fun being out here all the time.
You know, you did a great job.
Thank you.
For not knowing what I was going to ask you, you did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
So congratulations.
Thank
and
you.
good luck the rest of the day.
Thank you.
All right. Up next here on Coach's Corner, we'll visit with Emmy Walton from Women of Will. She talks about the power of the cause and how important it is to have girls compete and excel in sports. I'm Paul Higgins. This is Coach's Corner, and we'll have more next. It's the best youth broadcasting workshop and camp of its kind. The YTN is now accepting reservations for upcoming workshops and summer broadcasting camps. Don't wait. Reserve your spot now. Email us your contact information to info@theytn.org. Receive real broadcast experience that includes play-by-play, analyst, sideline reporter, studio host, and more.
The YTN broadcast camp was really fun. It was probably one of the funnest camps I've done all summer.
The YTN Broadcast Camp. Reserve your spot now. Emmy, this is just an amazing event. I know that you've worked real hard at it. Coaches worked real hard at it. We've been out on the course, and the girls are having a great time. Your thoughts about everything that you're doing?
Well, with the Women of Will program, our goal is to help schools build sport participation and keep girls in sports longer.
Right.
And, 5 years ago, actually 6 years ago, John came to me and said, I want to partner with you, and we need to get more girls trying out for golf. And varsity gets a lot of love, but it needs to start at that JV level to get the girls excited, to get them more experience before they get to that varsity level. And this is just a great event for them to practice and get used to playing 18 holes and the camaraderie that they are dealing with today, and meeting each other from other schools. So
it's pretty awesome.
It's a great turnout.
It's also, you guys are obviously breast awareness or cancer awareness, and that's a big part. Can you tell us that aspect of the event today?
Yeah, a lot of us have been touched by that in people we know, family members, and we just want to spread awareness, and John has done a great job of promoting that and kind of combining it with this tournament this year. And so I'm really happy to be a part of that. I know I've been personally affected by it, and so it's good to see everyone supporting it, wearing their pink out here today.
Rumor has it that you had a baby like maybe 11 months ago?
Yes.
So
Yes.
You look great.
Thank you.
And you told me you work out hard.
Yes, I do.
So you're a great example for the girls.
Yeah, I played college soccer too at Cal State Fullerton.
Okay, that's awesome.
But yeah, you got to keep working hard.
Yeah.
Everything you do, high school and beyond.
Your thoughts about some of these girls have never played golf before, and they come in as maybe a freshman, even some juniors come in and they say, I want to play golf. Your thoughts about that?
Do it. If you are questioning it, do it. I started about 4 years ago. I wish I would have started when I was in junior high or earlier, because this is a great game that you can play your whole life. I've used golf to have business relationships and to just have fun with my buddies. Honestly, it's one of the greatest sports out there. It's the most challenging and frustrating, but all it takes is that one good contact, and it keeps it coming back for more.
We have someone doing in reverse mode here. Your thoughts about where this event might be in 5 years?
My hope is that it continues to build every year. There's more schools participating, and there's more participation and support from the community. These girls need to eat lunch after, and but what we have built and John has built with the community and getting people to throw in swag bags and all that really does build excitement and gets the girls really excited about coming to this tournament, and that's what it's all about.
Well, you're a great example of what great athletes do after their playing days are done. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I'm talking about on the collegiate level. I know you've got a lot of activity ahead of you, so thank you. Thank you for inviting us. And again, it's been a great event, Women of Will, and we'll definitely be back next year. Thanks again.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Good job. That was awesome.
Thank you.